The Grim Death of Miss Scarlet McPhee, a very Barovian tale. Let me tell you dark tales of mist-shrouded trails and domains of fear and dread, of ancient blood rites that are performed every night. The lands are all plagued by undead. Cold Barovian nights have brought me grim sights, but the darkest I ever did see was that terrible night when my heart filled with fright, the grim death of Miss Scarlet McPhee. Now, Scarlet McPhee was no sinner like me. She had a heart made of pure polished gold. From safe hearth and home into nightmares she'd roam through harsh lands, unforgiving and cold. Into mists and the dark the brave lass would embark. The land drew her like a dark spell. But soon she would see every wish has its fee. She'd be trapped in another man's hell. In a childhood entranced by dark tales of romance grew a longing she could not surmount. She pined day and night without worry or fright for the love of Barovia's count. Now blind eyes can't see, and between you and me, Scarlet's love was the blindest of all. As in all tragic tales where foolish love fails, her sweet heart would prove a downfall. From the trails she could trust strode a man, good and just, ancient lord at one with the land. But dark secrets he'd hide, he was soulless inside, all goodness wind-worn into sand. All was left there was hate, and in a cruel twist of fate, a longing for love everlast. But the fair joy he'd treasure might elude him forever, her soul tied to his dead brother past. With his own blood-stained hand, he had cursed the whole land, a dark pact that stole his last breath. Now he lives on forever, ever seeking that treasure, unsustained by blood, pain, and death. Scarlet's heart, a pure font, filled with longing and want, left a slave to her one true desire. So without even knowing, she would set a torch glowing and so stoke her own funeral pyre. She'd been told once or twice, and against good advice, Scarlet sought out Barovia's lord. If you lost your damned head, the man's clearly undead. But my warnings were always ignored. We'd embark for his keep, but that night we'd sleep neath the dark of Barovia's skies. Now Scarlet's shrill screams still haunt my bad dreams in the night she met her brutal demise. Now this land bears a curse, and things only get worse when you draw the dark power's attention. A land riddled with spies, dripping malice and lies, Scarlet's beauty would cause a dissension. Until one of Strahd's brides, filled with cruel, jealous pride, told the others, she's just not the one. She has ours to accost, for she's not his love lost. We've been told we can all have our fun. In the dead of the night, they'd arrive in a flight, vicious trio of vampire wives. In the bloodstorm that followed, Scarlet's soul would be swallowed, but fate would spare one of our lives. Amidst lightning and thunder, they would tear her asunder, but they left her alive till the end. And the worst I'd be shown, and how could I have known how they'd make my fragile mind bend? Once I'd been brought low, I would make the last blow that sent Scarlet to her final death. In a voice filled with sadness, you'll descend into madness, she cursed me with a last whispered breath. Now her ghost, it still haunts me, jeers, gibbers, and taunts me. Can't rid myself of this affliction. This curse I've been given, so instead I've been driven to a life filled with drink and addiction. Let me tell you dark tales of mist-shrouded trails and domains of fear and dread, where ancient blood rites are performed every night, and the lands are all plagued by undead. Cold Barovian nights have brought me grim sights, but the darkest I ever did see was that terrible night when my heart filled with fright, when I murdered Miss Scarlet McPhee.